at the first debate, Hillary Clinton was auditioning to be Secretary General of the United Nations, and Donald Trump was auditioning to become President of the United States of America because he was concerned about America first, where she's concerned about the globalization. And it's very fair trade in the U.S. is simple. If we have zero trade balance, it's fair trade. If we have a trade balance, it's not fair trade. And the other point that, of course, Trump made was we have spent $6 trillion on wars in the Middle East. We could have rebuilt half the country with that.
Did you see how Hillary Clinton was giving signals to Lester Holt? And evidently she was giving all the questions to the debate a week before. NBC page dressed as a FedEx officer went over and gave her all the questions.
Wow.
And there's the thing with the hand signals, to keep pounding on Trump and shut stuff up. It's all just a big giant.
Yeah. But I think everybody saw through that, and that's why the next day in Melbourne, Florida, Trump had 8,500 people show up, in that hangar.
You wouldn't know that watching CNN or reading any of the news or anything like that. They're just talking about how presidential Hillary is and what a monster Trump is. And did you see, too, James Comey is basically acting as her defense attorney. He's not even doing his job. They're granting everybody immunity, and that bitch is above the law completely. I mean, what do you think about that? What's your take about that? He's basically her defense attorney.
It is. That's what he's doing. Because if you look at it, so there were conversations between two individuals, and you give one of them immunity to tell what the other person was saying to you. What did he do? He gave both of them immunity. So first of all, they don't have to tell you anything, because what are you going to do? Put me in jail? You already gave me immunity. And so that's why when you have this guy, Comretta, or wherever his name was, who gets immunity and then he doesn't even show up to testify. Because why? What are you going to do to me? I already got immunity. Now, the real immunity comes with certain responsibilities, like you have to cooperate. But if Comey's not asking any questions...
No, he just wants to drop the whole thing. And clearly all the evidence is that bitch should be in jail.
Right.
Clearly. I mean, and everybody can see it, but yet law doesn't apply. And they're going to install her as president.
Yeah, I think that's going to be derailed, but...
The most corrupt person in history. I mean, Obama's pretty corrupt, too. He's
right up there.
Yeah, he's right up there.
I mean, they make Richard Nixon look like a Boy Scout.
Yeah. They make Warren G. Harding look honest. Seriously.
Yeah.
What a snow job Obama put on everybody.
Yeah. Well, so that's it. All these people they have no social conscience. George Soros doesn't. Obama doesn't. Hillary doesn't. I mean, there was a thing in the Hollywood Reporter today about what different people make in the entertainment industry. Assistants to, heads of studios and stuff like this. You know what they're making? $30,000 a year. And their bosses are making millions a year. How is that just? So and yet they're below. Let's go to the Hillary thing so we can pay $150,000, and hang out with Hillary and the pantsuit crowd. So it's hypocrisy.
I mean, it's amazing. Does the FBI have any credibility anymore? Any?
No. It's an embarrassment.
And then you got Bernie Sanders out there campaigning for Hillary Clinton. Does he have any credibility anymore?
No. In fact, it's embarrassing just to have him show up, because, as you said, he's on one knee, for the queen of the party. But the Democrats, I mean, you've heard people outside the mainstream media saying this. they become the Republicans on steroids. They're the war party. They're the let's tell them we're going to give them something and make their lives miserable. We're not really going to allow them to elevate their life because we want everything to stay the same. So it's not good, but it's a sea change, as we said, that's happened. That's how come Trump got the nomination over Jeb Bush.
Well, and here's what a Hillbot recently told me is that, well, the reason a lot of people aren't going to Hillary rallies is because they're winners and they have better things to do than go to rallies. They got jobs and they're winners. Trump's a bunch of losers. That's why they all go to his rallies. Winners support Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Well, that's one way of looking at it, I guess. If you have a candidate that nobody likes or even cares about, and oh, by the way, you saw in the early voting in Florida that Hillary isn't doing well.
But the cheating, it's like WWE. It's like right there in front of your face, all this cheating, and yet nobody is calling it out. At least the MSM is not calling it out. Yeah. Hillary's great. Look the other way. Hillary's fantastic, and Trump is this horrible ogre who, Yeah,
he wants to put America first. That's horrible. Well, we shall see. It's going to be an interesting. It's only 10 days until the next debate.
Yeah, I mean, and look at how much cheating and shenanigans went on in that debate, and how slanted it was, and how inside everything was, and.
Well, my faith is in Chris Wallace on the third debate because he won't do that. He'll be tough, equally tough on each candidate, and not tough in the way of like bringing up the birther thing, but saying, look, let's get into more detail on how you're going to create jobs.
I don't know if I buy that, because I think that all the powers that be, they don't want Trump. Nobody wants Trump except the people that will vote for him, but their votes won't count because they'll probably hand voting over to Homeland Security, and they'll install a criminal. Basically, they'll install a criminal.
Well, let's see. But I'm going on record now saying you watch. Chris Wallace will be much more fair and balanced, if you will. And of course, that's Fox's main thing: fair and balanced. Well, it's not fair and balanced. I mean, but at least they report on things that you'll never hear on MSNBC or CNN. I actually even think that I'm going to go out on another limb here and say that the Vanderbilt kid is going to be tougher on Hillary than Lester Holt was. I just have that feeling.
I don't know. I don't think Vanderbilt kid will. I don't think Vanderbilt kid will. I just think of the parties at Vanderbilt kid's Brazilian estate when Hillary and Uma show up, and Ellen and Lemon, all the shenanigans, just nothing but playful shenanigans.
Yeah.
And I bet you, even though they're super quote unquote liberal, the dangerous faggot shows up at those parties too and has a great time.
Well, nothing would surprise me anymore. But there it is. Those are my two predictions on the moderators: that Vanderbilt kid will be tougher, and that Chris Wallace will be the best.
No, my prediction is Hillary will be like rubbing her nose to Vanderbilt kid, and he'll turn around and give Trump a gotcha question, or immediately let his queen off the hook. And she'll be like looking off into space, getting orders in her earpiece while Trump is talking. And she'll have all the questions beforehand. Because remember who Vanderbilt kid works for. So they'll have the whole debate.
The Clinton News Network.
Yeah, they'll have the whole debate lined out on her side to know exactly what questions are coming, what to follow up on, and then everything will be told to her in her ear. And then, even if Trump completely destroys her, CNN will have a fake poll that's like 99% Hillbots, and then they'll put that out into the news cycle immediately, so all the news places will say, well, according to a CNN scientific poll, Hillary Clinton destroyed Trump. And then everybody will just be talking about how Trump got his ass handed to him in the mainstream media, and then like most people I know, where that's all they get their news. Oh, I can't vote for Trump. Hillary's totally presidential. I saw it on the news. That's what the news is talking about. You know. Now, of course, the web and all the snap polls and all the regular people polls will show that Trump is winning. But there'll be just enough so when they steal the election, they'll be saying, well, look, look at what all the pundits said, and look at what all these what all these polls said. I don't think there's any way they want Trump to win. They want the TPP to go through. They want to keep all the banking stuff as is. Perpetual
want the
war.
$800 billion a year.
Has to happen.
The $800 billion a year going to other countries, because that's what the U.S. should be doing, is making other countries rich, not America rich, in their mind. Trump sees it differently. He thinks America should be rich.
Yeah, well, America is not a global corporation. See, global corporations it doesn't matter. I was an international business major. If I learned anything, it was it's all about profit. Nothing about loyalty to country or whether something is environmentally friendly or not, or whether you're dealing with a dictator or not. It's just all about dough. It's all about money, 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 money. Power, 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 power. So, who the hell cares if America's great or not?
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any way they're gonna let Trump win. And,
we'll see.
And Hillary is the ultimate shill, and she has stuff on everybody.
Yeah, she does. She's got them all entwined in the web there. But let me ask you, just before we wrap up, Pence and Kaine on this debate. A, is anybody going to watch? And B, is it going to be substantive?
I don't think anybody cares. Nobody cares about Pence and Kaine. And they're both trained SEALs. And they're about equal, and they're sort of the same in what their ideologies are. Pro Wall Street, pro fossil fuels, pro Trans-Pacific Partnership. In fact, Kaine is probably in some ways less populist than Pence is. That's the irony, is now the Republicans are becoming more populist than the Democrats. Trump is definitely more populist than the Democrats. So, and on foreign policy, see, Trump is he's not really part of the Republicans. Hillary is basically a freaking right-of-center Republican. So is Obama.
Yeah, exactly.
All they did was change their mind on gay rights recently.
Oh. All right, we'll wrap it up.